But the fact that you visited that website might be public information. If I care about the fact that I visited a website, then I care about privacy. If I care that my communications were concealed or just unreadable, that's security. So there's this thing called the Facebook login button. Now Facebook is on a mission kind of like the Mongols back in the day to take over the world and get everybody onto their platform. And this is concerning. It's not good ethically for a centralized entity to have everybody using their platform from a privacy perspective. No matter how much Facebook tries to mitigate privacy concerns, they will never be able to completely address people's privacy concerns by the very fact that they're centralized. So even if you're not on Facebook, you're affected by Facebook because people will tag you in photos. They are able to use other social media websites to develop what are called shadow profiles about you, which, to my understanding, are profiles. The way that I heard it described is it's kind of like a mental model of who you are and what your likes and dislikes are. And you don't necessarily have to use Facebook. And sometimes Facebook will actually make just an all-out public profile of you without you being on the website or consenting to it. And there's they just ignore your complaints. But what's really annoying is these login buttons. And people don't realize how annoying these login buttons are. Because every single website that has a login button or a like button or any other kind of a Facebook widget on their website, that is a signal to Facebook that you visited that website. And they can then track you across all the websites that you visit throughout your day. And why do they do this? Because they want to be able to target you with advertisements and sell you things. They want to know what you like so that they can tell other people what you like so that they can sell you things. Unfortunately, as annoying as spam is, what's worse about this is that the government can go, and they do go, as we learned from the Snowden links, and say, hey, Facebook, we want to know, all the information about these groups of users and where they've been going and what they've been doing. And by the way, don't tell anyone that we asked you that. National security letter. So that's why this Facebook login button is really annoying. And the good news is that you can actually, this is fairly easily preventable. If you want to prevent this, install Ghostery, the browser extension, or Disconnect. Those are two browser extensions whose sole purpose is to prevent websites from tracking you as you browse the internet. And they will block these Facebook like buttons and login buttons and all that other stuff. And you can also selectively unblock websites, if for some reason you want to use them.
Are these plugins themselves not a security hole? Because that code can be updated, your plugin can be updated, and then you've got a different kind of attack.
So the question is, are these plugins themselves a security hole because they can have a backdoor or installed into them or something along those lines? The answer is, while they are not necessarily a security hole, they are potentially a security hole. Any piece of software that you run on your computer can potentially have malware installed on it. And the blockchain is actually something that can prevent a lot of these problems, including that one. So we'll get to that. But first I want to know your problem. Okay. So let's see how we're doing for time. It's 11:12. I'm going to take let's take a short, 5-minute break. You guys can, first, if there are any questions, let me know. Any questions up to this point? Yes?
When you see that like button on the page, do you interact with that or track it?
No. No, you visited that website. You made a request to Facebook.com. Facebook knows you made that request. And because of cookies, when you're logged into Facebook, those cookies are sent along with that request. So Facebook, if you're logged into Facebook, if you go to Facebook.com and you don't see a login page, you just see your messages and your profile, then it's even worse because not only do they know your IP address, but they literally know that you visited that website.
This isn't any better with Google or Yahoo. I mean,
No.
AdSense and all these guys are tracking retargeting is how advertising on the web works these days, right?
Yeah, so the question is, it's not why am I picking on Facebook, essentially? Is it any better with any other website? No, I know. This is a problem with Google+, this is a problem with Twitter, this is a problem with all of these websites who are doing these little login things. And we're going to talk about a solution to that after the break. Yes?
If you're not logged in, is it just the IP address that goes, or is it the browser identity string as well?
The browser identity string as well, yeah.
Oh, so they can do the fingerprinting?
They can do the fingerprinting, yeah. Because every time you make an HTTP request, your web browser sends along with that HTTP request the user agent string as a header and some other stuff. So it's not just your IP address. And EFF has a wonderful tool that you can use to see how identifiable are you just from the headers that your browser sends. And for most people, you're extremely identifiable. Especially in this room. You guys are all very identifiable. You guys are all weirdos using Linux and latest version of Firefox and Chrome beta versions, easily identifiable. Okay, no more questions. Let's take a short break. Let's take 5.